Phil Heath between 2011 and 2018, where he got better and where he got worse. I've made this comparison with background music and the video gained more than 120,000 views. So first and foremost, all the respect to all bodybuilders who dedicate their lives and time to maintain the best physiques on earth throughout the years, defying father time as much as they can. So please keep in mind that 7 years passed since 2011 and Phil didn't get any younger. Yet you will see that he managed to keep an incredibly ripped and complete physique. But the problem, as we all know, was his bloated midsection. The tanning in 2018 was a bit darker than it should be in my opinion. The front double biceps shows that Phil maintained the same size and the same conditioning in his powerful arms and forearms. However, you may notice that his chest in 2018 is not as wide as it was in 2011. It is as if there is something preventing him from spreading out, and that's why he looks more relaxed hitting this pose in 2011. One more thing to notice is that his midsection became wider and not as ripped as it was years ago. Aside from that, the mass and the conditioning is the same, if not better, in 2018, and we will see that in the upcoming poses. The front lat spread shows that he managed to maintain the same level of conditioning with visible striations in the chest, shoulders and thighs. But again, notice how he had 4-pack abs in 2011, while in 2018 we can only see 2. The separation between his lower abs over the belly button was there in 2011, but not in 2018. In the side chest, he still shows incredible level of conditioning in his ripped chest with visible striations. He maintained the same arm size and conditioning. His thighs and glutes are shredded and separated, and I dare to say that he added more size to his thighs, which look better ripped and separated than they were in 2011. Phil's back, which destroyed all contenders, is one of the areas which greatly improved with time. He became denser, fuller and more ripped in the delts and the lats areas. His bubble-shaped shoulders and arms maintained the same size and conditioning. His hamstrings became more ripped and his thighs obviously became bigger. I don't understand those who were criticizing him for his conditioning last year. His conditioning was incredible and his back definitely improved than it was in 2011. The rear lat spread is another pose to prove that his back became harder, denser and more ripped than before. I just wish the tanning was as good as it was in 2011. Look at his rear delts and the huge straps which form the X ladder on his back. His hamstrings greatly improved than before. This leaves no doubt that Phil only lost because of the midsection issues. The same goes with the side triceps regarding his size and conditioning. The only problem in this pose is his midsection, which is not as tight as it was years ago. Aside from that, his physique was flawless last year. Just look at the size and the conditioning of these arms, forearms and thighs. The abs and thighs is the pose which reveals the problem Phil had last year. You can see that his abs are not as ripped or as cut as they were years ago. And his waist is not as narrow either. Aside from this, he managed to copy his 2011 version with major improvements in his back and thighs. The most muscular is one of Phil's most powerful poses along with his back double biceps. The amount of muscularity he shows in this pose is unbelievable, with his incredibly huge and ripped shoulders and arms. His chest is small, but complete, rounded, and ripped to the bone. His grab most muscular can only be matched by very few. He looks flawless in this pose with his incredible traps, shoulders and arms. Just notice the insane development of his upper chest with all the striations he shows in there. So all in all, Phil lost because of the midsection and because Sean came incredibly conditioned and ripped. So if Sean didn't nail his conditioning, I think Phil would have defeated him and won his 8th Olympia title. But it is what it is. I hope that Phil will be back, if not this year, then next year, before it's too late, because I believe that this physique can definitely win more Olympia trophies. That was all for this video. Thanks for watching, and have a nice one.